This is a third open house, not one bite.
Don't worry. I have everything under control.
For now, Amy.
And you guys have this great tradition that a woman can propose to a man on the 29th of February in a leap year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like a purge thing.
So I thought, why not?
Good morning. I'm PK Sullivan. I'm here to help you with your job placement. That's my assistant, Bart.
Hello.
Cool if we set up here?
Stand in front of the window?
Sure, yeah. Listen, I really don't need a job. My house just worked here. It's probably gonna work away in a few days.
Hold it.
Max? Yeah, okay.
Everyone on Carnitas X needs a job. I don't make the rules.
Well, I kinda already have a job. I make YouTube videos.
You, the YouTuber?
Thinks he's a YouTuber.
We'd all be YouTubers if we could.
My channel would be like funny weed skits.
But our planet already has a YouTuber. Our most noble king, Craig Rocks 2009.
What's up,
guys?
What did you put on my neck?
That's a bomb. If we can't turn you into a productive member of society, kerblamo.
Jesus, so I really have to work to live here? That's inhumane.
Don't talk to me about inhumane. I know what you people do to pigs on your planet.
And little green guys.
Okay, well, can I at least have like a cushy job from a romantic comedy?
Maybe. What do you mean by that?
Well, you know how characters in rom-coms always have really easy jobs where they make good money and get to be creative, but also are free all the time to go play basketball? Their jobs aren't often that important to the plot. In fact, the story usually stops mentioning them at all in the third act. They're more thematic, usually just there to set up a contrast between the main characters. Quaint job versus too serious job. Like in You've Got Mail, Meg Ryan runs the shop around the corner, a super cute children's bookstore she inherited from her mom, where she works to carry forward her mother's legacy.
And it wasn't that she was just selling books, it was that she was helping people become whoever it was they were going to turn out to be.
Meanwhile, her eventual love interest, Tom Hanks, runs Fox Books, the super mega bookstore that ends up putting her out of business, a prospect he frankly gets off on.
It's going under.
His cutthroat business savvy opposing her kind optimism sets up their extended enemies to lovers arc. And when he starts to feel guilty about putting her out of business, this creates a steep emotional hill for him to climb to earn her trust. Also, mail is involved. And can I just say, despite being a movie about big business facing the little guy and easily running them out of town, it has tons of product placement from Starbucks and AOL, and big business gets to make out with the little guy at the end, after doing basically nothing to make things right.
What's your point?
Well, maybe I could run a cozy little kids bookstore. I'd be more than happy to do story time for the little piglets.
Excuse me. Kids is fine.
Oh. Okay.
Let's go on then. Read us a story.
All right. Once upon a time, there was a prince.
Like the musician.
No, a royal prince. And this prince's dad and mom, the king and queen,
The King of Queens?
somehow got it into their royal heads that
Wait, now the kid's getting head?
Yeah.
No, we're talking about the adults' heads.
The adults are giving head? What are we doing?
Okay, as long as it's the adults, that's fine.
It's better. It's not good.
Somehow got it into their royal heads that no princess would be good enough for their boy unless she could feel a pee through 100 mattresses.
A pee book?
Is this a pee book? Are you reading the kids a pee book?
What's a pee book?
Tougher than it looks, huh? You gotta be prepared for anything. Kids are unpredictable.
Yeah, that was us going easy on you. We didn't even call you Chuggy.
Okay, fine. I'll have a bookstore for adults like Notting Hill. Notting Hill is a West London district rich with Afro-Caribbean culture in real life, while in the movie it's where Hugh Grant lives and runs his independent travel bookshop for whites. His humble existence is shaken up when famous actress Julia Roberts, playing famous actress Anna Scott, enters his life and an inconvenient romance begins. The film explores issues of fame and culture shock between their very different worlds.
There are just too many pictures of you, too many films. You know, you'd go and I'd be, well, buggered.
To the filmmaker's credit, Hugh's impossibly cute little shop is at least broke, partially due to people shoplifting his precious travel books. Because sure, we all want travel books, but who has the money?
That is important. If you're gonna be in retail, you gotta be vigilant of shoplifters.
Okay, great. How can I prove I'll stop shoplifting?
By catching Bart stealing your shit while you're explaining that movie?
Well, maybe if my shop could be a quaint little bakery instead? Can't steal from a bakery, it's behind glass. Baker's a really common one because bakers work hard, but they love what they do and it brings their community joy in a face-to-face, everyday way. In It's Complicated, Meryl Streep has an absolutely thriving bakery that she is not needed to help run whatsoever. But she still gets to use it for fun night dates and is so rich from it that she's building an addition on her fancy house.
Okay, well, can you bake?
Sure, I get the gist.
I can bake.
They mean get baked by smoking weed.
Yeah, I got it. It's funny. Isn't he at work?
Yeah, that's obviously his working joint. So are you gonna make us some munchies, or do I have to beg?
So I made chocolate chip cookies. I'm just now noticing that I forgot to shape it into cookies, but I assure you it's once I get it shaped right, the texture, as you can see, is pretty good. What do you think? So it's no. So I'm getting no on this? Okay, well, Steve Martin plays Meryl's charming architect and it's complicated. That seems like another good possibility. Architect has gotta be the #1 job for men in rom-coms because there's those elements of importance and intelligence while requiring a sense of beauty and imagination. Keanu's one in The Lake House, Zach Braff is one in The Last Kiss, there's 3 to Tango, Sleepless in Seattle, Just Like Heaven, Love Actually, 500 Days of Summer, My Super Ex-Girlfriend.
That one, talk about that one.
Oh yeah, there's a moment in My Super Ex-Girlfriend when our architect protagonist sees his then super current girlfriend in her sexy bedtime clothes and he says,
That's what I call structural integrity.
fucking nice line. That is textbook architect swag. I'm dying to have some of that Frank Lloyd Riz.
Okay, do you have design experience?
Absolutely. Would you like to see my portfolio?
That'd be great. So that's dirt.
Yeah, it's I use dirt in Minecraft. It's an imaging software we have at home to template out potential blueprints.
It's a no for me, dog.
There's grass on top of this one. It's like a rooftop garden type thing?
Yeah, I thought to pop a little pop of color, yeah.
Did you only have dirt to build with?
Yeah, I kept getting killed in the imaging software.
Just seems kind of shit.
It seems a bit shit.
Seems a bit shit.
This one's kind of my lakefront, kind of beach property.
Oh, okay, I thought they were all gonna be made of dirt.
No, I am very versatile. I have a lot of different tools I like to use.
Do they use flammable materials to make houses on Earth?
Yeah, I guess we do.
That's dumb.
This one's kind of a pared down style.
This looks a lot like your other ones, but no door.
Right, but the sign is meant to keep out unwanted guests.
I know what a creeper is. We have those here too.
Oh.
But we don't imprison them like on Earth.
They're rehabilitated into society and are given jobs, much like what we're doing here.
We treat them like witches.
This one I kind of like, actually.
Thank you.
If I can pop in. It looks welcoming, but also like it has a hard edge to it, which kind of fits me.
No one could live in that.
I could find a way to live in that. So how much do you want to be paid for this design?
Oh, this one I think could be marketed at 3 diamonds. Millions of dollars,
diamonds?
I mean.
$3
$3 million, I said.
Back to the drawing board.
You know, the super ex-girlfriend herself is an art curator. That's a pretty appealing one in When in Rome, too. And JT in Friends with Benefits is the art director at GQ, where my friend Dom works. That's kind of the same thing. His job as art director includes finding the right image that will make an article go the most viral and choosing whether to put Shaun White or Obama on the cover of the magazine. It's creative, influential, and very high-powered. Like when he spills coffee on his pants, he can demand pants from his subordinates and they have to give him their pants.
Give me your pants. What? I'll buy you lunch tomorrow. Come on. No. I'm your boss. Give me your pants.
I definitely see the appeal. I'm losing pants like crazy out here, thanks to a certain someone.
I said I was sorry. Could we please move on?
Okay, great. Art curator. That thing have a Chromecast?
I don't know.
Which of these two is art?
Oh. Well, this, of course, has a lot to offer. Sonic being a character that appeals to children, and yet he's pregnant. Okay, thank God. This one I actually do like. I didn't have to choose this one because it kind of offers that same contrast, but there's a youthful creativity to it. It's this cute character dwarfed by possibilities, you know?
Nope, that one's AI.
Oh, nuts. Let's see. The wrong guy that Mila Kunis almost ends up with in Friends with Benefits is an oncologist. Doctor is a glamorous profession in these, even in Friends with Benefits' sister movie, No Strings Attached. Doctors have that raw sex appeal. It's a dangerous, thankless, selfless job, so much so that they can sometimes earn a little crassness, acting sarcastic and exasperated like House MD. Or here on Pig Planet, I bet you call it Barn.
He got her ass.
Yeah, we do call that show Barn.
Well, that's perfect. We actually really need doctors right now.
Oh,
Let's get you prepped for surgery.
okay. I'll admit I can't be a doctor. I just love doing harm too much.
Are you talking to me?
No, sorry, I'm like mugging to the camera.
Look, that's just here for documentation. These are typically a lot more conversational with fewer movie explanations?
I'm sorry, it's just muscle memory. I'm trying to tell you I'm a YouTuber.
Well, that was funny the first time, but that is sacrilege around here. We already have our YouTuber king. What's up, guys?
Okay, well, if I can't be a YouTuber, can I at least be like a writer? Writing is a great rom-com career. Creative and well-paying, but humble and underappreciated. I could be your classic coffee shop DILF. And when they're critics, like Julia Roberts in My Best Friend's Wedding, talking about stuff they like and don't like, well, damn, that's basically just being a YouTuber that no one cares about.
Okay, give us some biting criticism.
Okay, great. What's going on with you? You got kind of a big nose.
The fuck?
What's wrong with you? You think that's okay to say to someone?
How dare you, you little impotent shit? You little worm.
35-year-old Tommy Pickles looking ass.
You're not a writer. You have nothing. You're nothing.
I need your diaper. I need your little brother Dill Pickles from the show Rugrats.
You look better without your shirt on.
Yeah, come closer. You steal your jeans again. You look better without the jeans on.
You look better with your jeans on the floor.
Oh, yeah, you look better with your jeans on my bedroom floor.
Whoa, what direction are we going from here?
That's the kind of criticism we give people on our planet.
Okay, maybe I'm more suited to being a how-to writer? In How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, Kate Hudson is stuck writing how-tos like how to get a better bod, but like Anne Hathaway in The Devil Wears Prada, she considers fashion and gossip to be women's work and dreams of writing more hard-hitting, impassioned journalism. Our early example being How to Bring Peace to Tajikistan.
Okay, what can you teach us to do?
Well, I can walk you through some free lessons on everyday physics or an introduction to neural networks, maybe like some practical applications of knowledge and uncertainty? Pretty much anything STEM related, thanks to my subscription to Brilliant. If you ever wish you were using a few little pockets of free time in your day a little more effectively, you can work towards a new career or just expand your knowledge by doing interactive puzzles for just 5 minutes at a time on any device, including the telephone. Don't ask me how that works. Look, I'm nothing if not a humble gamer. It feels good when the thing I'm doing has punchy, satisfying sound effects. Listen to these. How rewarding is that? Not to mention it's got leaderboards to climb if you need everything to be a competition, like I do. To try everything Brilliant has to offer free for a full 30 days, visit brilliant.org/LeoVader or click on the link in the description. The first 200 of you will get 20% off Brilliant's annual premium sub. I've done enough of these to know that's probably all of you no matter when you're seeing this, so if any of it sounds fun, get in there and say I do to Brilliant. That kind of ties it back to the rom-com stuff.
Okay, we'll just use Brilliant and eliminate the how-to writer position completely.
Oh, fiddlesticks. 27 Dresses has one of the most on-the-nose writing jobs, where James Marsden handles the commitment section of the paper, covering weddings and hating every second of it.
I love weddings, I always have.
Really?
Yeah.
Which part? The forced merriment, the horrible music, or the bad food?
This is apparently a real job I didn't know about. For example, the New York Times has a vows section. Attending yet another couple's wedding he doesn't respect, James finds out that Katherine Heigl is in a lot of people's wedding parties and decides to write an article about how that's because she is crazy. Near the end of the movie, it goes to print and it is brutal. Are journalists really allowed to just roast any citizen like this? Print a bunch of photos with her full name and call her out as a people pleaser?
Yes. Describe a wedding for us and make it a little pretty.
The ceremony is stunning. The two betrothed looking deep into each other's eyes, almost as if there's no distinction to be made at all, no wall between these two people. They're connected, and it's our privilege to help celebrate that connection. The dance floor is ritual, a place where we all come together to be free. And as couples laugh along with the cha-cha slide, it reminds you of her. The way she used to look at you, the way she used to give you that sense of freedom, that purpose, that place, and how lost without her you are. You request the DJ play the cha-cha slide again and again, and his fifth, sure man, less convincing than the first. You're crying, begging for the cha-cha slide, screaming over the deafening speakers. Give me that cha-cha slide so I can feel her again.
This guy's obsessed with the cha-cha slide. I'm moved to tears by this description.
You like it?
Nah, I'm fucking with you, dude. This sucked.
Okay, then how about TV producer? TV is just YouTube for old people.
What's up, guys?
TV producers have got to wrangle their staff in a way that gives ample opportunity for their love interest to teach them how to chill, like Katherine Heigl in Knocked Up or Katherine Heigl in The Ugly Truth. In The Ugly Truth, she's the showrunner of a morning news show, Sacramento AM. She's trying to make light yet honest news, and in classic rom-com fashion, it forces her to figure out how much of herself she can stomach selling for her dream. Because her show is being outperformed by Mike Chadway's The Ugly Truth. Truth, where he talks about how men don't like giving flowers, but do like having sexual intercourse. One quirk of the show is when he takes a phone call from someone he determines to be ugly, he presses the ugly button, which sounds the ugly alarm.
Face it. You're ugly.
Sacramento AM brings him in as a guest commentator, and Catherine's job becomes yelling "cut to commercial" when he starts being problematic.
Great, you want to be a professional misogynist. You actually have an opening for that. Our last misogynist became a YouTuber.
What's up, guys?
What's up, guys?
I'm not a misogynist.
Okay, then pass the Bechdel test right now. Go.
How about that soccer game, women's soccer game?
Don't look at me, bro. I'm they, them.
Maybe I could be a movie trailer producer like Cameron Diaz on The Holiday. Although it seems to get in her head so much that she has intrusive thoughts of a narrator mocking her in a trailer voice.
Amanda Woods.
Shut up!
She pushed every guy away, every time. It's not will she ever change, but does she want to?
Hey, better than the intrusive thoughts I have. I could totally beat up that pig. He's kind of built, but he's so small. I just slam him into the wall and I could just get out of here. You can't give me a job. I'm already a full-time kicker at your ass. You're the one who looks like Tommy Pickles, old.
Hey!
The day-to-day of her job is to dictate edits to the actual editors, essentially taking away the most fun thing editors have, those little moments of creative problem solving, and making that her only job. You know, I could never bring myself to do that. Video editing is too close to my heart. Editors should be allowed to run free and need more power, not less. They may be hidden in obscurity, but without them, all your favorite movies would be way, way longer. Jack Black's job in The Holiday is to compose music for film and TV. Maybe I could do that. I don't think it's that hard.
Do you want us to just do a scene for you to do music for right here?
If you don't mind.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
Doctor, thank you so much for seeing me on such short notice. I haven't been feeling too well lately, and the other day I fell asleep while I was driving.
Well, I'm looking at my clipboard here, and it says you're dying. Dying to have more weed.
I'm dying for the ganj.
Okay, we like a little stinger that goes to commercial, maybe.
We can go medieval. My lord.
My lord, I desire the ganj.
You'll have to slay 30 dragons to get to my treasure chest.
Stop. Shit. I'll do it. But I don't like it.
And then I'll have you marry.
Just keep going.
Yeah, Doctor, I actually feel pretty good now, and
Why the fuck are you
I'm
here?
gonna leave without paying my copay, if that's cool.
That is fine. We have universal health care.
And we shake hands.
I love you.
I love you too. Dad. Yeah, suffice to say, I don't think you got the job.
Okay. Well, the guy sells boats in Failure to Launch.
Jesus, man, how many rom-coms have you watched?
Honestly, a lot. I started watching them to make fun of them, but I gotta admit that that's not what's happening anymore. Some days it's just the vibe. I find a lot of comfort in how tropey and by the numbers they are. And they do leave room for some surprisingly sweet and remarkably weird moments. Like in FTL, Matthew McConaughey is 35 and still living with his parents, and though the movie is played pretty straight, it keeps taking these long detours to show him being attacked by animals. When it happens the third time and even cuts to the lizard laughing, you are sitting there begging for some kind of explanation of why this keeps happening to him. And thank God we get one when his friend Bradley Cooper theorizes that because he's still living at home despite wanting to travel the world and ending things with Sarah Jessica Parker despite wanting to be with her, he's out of balance with the natural world. That's why chipmunks keep biting him. It's such a charmingly weird excuse to have a couple over-the-top comedy scenes, and the explanation has depth. It's almost like a modern-day arachne.
No, it's not. Are you gonna sell boats, or is Bart gonna have to light this bomb?
No, hold on. I'm more interested in Sarah Jessica Parker's job. She's an expert Matthew McConaughey's parents hired to seduce him and boost his self-esteem enough to move out.
That's a pretty weird job.
They get weirder, I'm telling you. In Maid of Honor, Patrick Dempsey supposedly made his money by inventing the cardboard sleeve that goes around coffee to keep your hand from burning. In the movie, he claims to get 10 cents per sleeve, which is such a ridiculous fake number to invent for this. 1 cent would be enough to live on for 1,000 lifetimes. This heat insulator around a cup of coffee is historically called a zarf, and though many sources say the zarf was invented as early as the 13th century, practically hand in hand with the rise of the ritual of coffee, coffee in Turkey, scientists also believe it may have been a white guy in the 90s.
Are you some sort of inventor?
Kind of, yeah. This is my original character, the Grinch. He's a mean green guy who steals Christmas.
The hell? We love Christmas.
Yeah, us too.
I don't want anyone to steal it.
Yeah, no, we don't either.
No, that's a bad idea.
I don't like a guy who steals Christmas.
Yeah, no, he's mean. That's the point of him.
That sounds awful.
Why would you create a mean man that steals Christmas?
It's fun that he's bad.
I would strike you down where you stood if you were really pitching that shit to me right now.
You're an awful person.
Okay. Why don't I do some of the really twee stuff? In Catch and Release, Kevin Smith played the funny friend whose job it was to compile inspirational quotes for tea bags. He made it his whole thing, constantly launching quotes at his friends around the house. Really poor work-life balance.
Death and life are one. There falls no shadow where there shines no sun.
The only time we see him in the office is him telling his boss how he's definitely gonna be at the office more, working harder, and then the next scene he's in his private cubicle laughing about what a lie that was. Did he get injured at work or something? How did he end up with such a cushy job?
Yeah, that's not a real job. We don't have those here.
No, I don't think we do on Earth either. It's like you would either crowdsource it or have marketing do it. You wouldn't just hire one guy who like knows quotes.
Yeah, too easy of a job. I'd like to do that job.
I'm
You'd be
saying.
great at that job.
I don't think there's a single person who's not qualified for it.
I don't know how to read.
Right, but still, it's a nepotism thing, and you would get it because you're higher ranked. Fail upwards.
Yeah, that's how I got this job.
Okay, well, and he's just not that into you. Most of the female cast works for New Colony Spice Company, and I think there are only 2 lines about their job in the whole movie.
You said that you were working on the nutmeg copy. How am I supposed to come up with something pithy and dynamic to say about cinnamon blends?
That seems like a nice, cushy PR job.
Okay then, write something pithy and dynamic to say about cinnamon blends, if it's so easy.
What about hate the sin, love the cinnamon?
No, you don't want to say you hate the product. That's really bad PR.
Yeah.
Here I come, I am cinnamon.
I think someone else used that one already.
White people shouldn't do that one though. We have Jamaican people here.
But Chet Hanks does it.
Chet Hanks has earned it.
Okay. So what about this one? There's a reason they call it nutmeg. Cause it megs you nut.
Who's Meg?
This is supposed to be about cinnamon.
Ooh, what about 500 Days of Summer? That's like the golden goose of fake rom-com jobs. Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Zooey Deschanel both work at New Hampshire Greetings, where we see these boardroom meetings full of people stuck on greeting card phrasing, and the solutions are so simple. I've got to be able to do this. I'm more qualified than this dude who can only think of 3 ways to say congrats.
Okay, I got good job, well done, way to go.
He couldn't even think of congrats.
Okay, give us some more ways to say congrats then.
Okay. Happy doing it. You did it. Great job doing it.
This clearly isn't working. If you don't want to get killed, we're just gonna have to give you the default job. Let's go ahead and prep the poop mines for the new trainee.
You guys mine for poop? Why?
Do you want the assignment or not?
No, I'm sure we can find something better, all right? I know I'm out of rom-com jobs, so what about like a porno job? Webster's defines pornography as the depiction of erotic behavior.
Who cares? Get to the job part.
Okay, pizza delivery guy.
Oh, pizza sounds cool. What toppings do you put on that?
How about plumber? No, that's basically just a poop miner. Stepmom.
Look, we have a deadline here. Would you prefer that we detonate?
No, just let me think for a minute. What about event planner? Of course, event planner. It's the perfect rom-com job. It's high stakes and glamorous, but naturally has odd hours, so you have all sorts of free time to do cute things. You can do the job in a workaholic way, like the wedding planner, or a fun way, like Project X.
We actually do need an event planner. The king's birthday is coming up, and our last guy, he
Oh, he was building a railroad, and he got a spike through his brain, and he walked out of the tunnel with the spike hanging out of his brain, and he was like, well, fellows, I think my time is up. Pulled the spike out, deflated like a balloon. So do you have any experience event planning?
Yes, actually. I can't believe I didn't think of this. I used to throw ragers all the time on Earth. Just like massive blowouts, really lit stuff.
Okay, we'll check your references later, but it'd be great if you could get started on this right away. The king's birthday celebration is supposed to be tomorrow.
All right, but I'm gonna need some help.
One, two, three, help!
We are young, we run green, we got tea, nice and clean, see our friends.
Yeah, I remember. I was there.
Well, obviously you're fired. So am I. They pretty much cleaned house on everyone involved in hiring you.
Hey, can I smoke in here?
Whoa!
Relax, it's not a real bomb. It just helps move things along. It's actually an award I got for being the bomb. Just a stupid work thing.
Employee of the month? You guys call months months?
No.
Okay, well, what about this? Is this real?
Afraid so. If you leave the house before your trial, the law will be alerted.
Alright, guess it's more time to work on videos.
Are you really a YouTuber where you come from?
Yes, I should have showed you this a long-ass time ago.
A second YouTuber. That's really something.
You should do a video about chugging.
Sorry, can't hear you. I'm warping away. Bye.
Oh shit, your house really does warp. It looks like it's headed to Paul Butterfield Blues Planet.
Hey, that's pretty close.
I could probably walk home from there.